Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to the AJS TV channel. It's Aston Villa against Everton this afternoon. It is a big game for both teams. Everton down the bottom of the league. Look, they are struggling, even though they shouldn't be because their point deduction, that's neither here or there. But they're definitely, at least in the point table, they are struggling. And Aston Villa, we've been struggling away from home. So this is a game that I think both teams really need to get something with. Burnley played Luton recently, and I mean, neither team won that game, but if they did, Everton would have been under even more pressure to win this game. There's still a lot of pressure to win every game if you're down the bottom, but a win for Burnley, or especially Luton, would have definitely put Everton in trouble. I think if Luton would have beat them, Everton would have been in the bottom three. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough for both teams. You know, I think Villa away from home. The reason why, you know, we've not, I'd say, I mean, we've done very well this season, but the reason why there is actually now a point gap between Liverpool and Aston Villa is because of that away form. Unfortunately, the away form it's not great. It's not great. Even the games that we've won, I remember Tottenham away, we didn't play very well, but we still won. Chelsea away, we weren't great, and we won. Brentford, it took a red card for us to get going away. Eventually, we got that result. You know, you could analyse a lot of the games we've won away, and some of them that have come down to luck. How you doing, Lewis? He also says before the stream he can't wait, and hello to you as well. And Aston Villa Short says, hi AJ, my prediction is 2-1 to Aston Villa today. I mean, I would love that. I just don't think it's going to happen. We'll get through to the lineups of both teams. I'm going to go live on TikTok as well. So I'll be doing a back and forth as always, and I'll try not to forget. All right, so the lineups for both Aston Villa and Everton will start with Villa today. I mean, there's already things that do frustrate me a little bit. I mean, Pau Torres has been injured now for how long? Like, we were told it weren't going to be that bad. I remember when Torres first got injured. Oh, it was it's a light injury, maybe a month. He's been out. He came back for 45 minutes against Burnley and has just not come back ever since. I don't understand why Pau Torres is still not available. It worries me. It feels a lot like the Jack Grealish injury a few years ago, if you guys remember that. Where Grealish got injured, Villa didn't really say anything about it. And then, we were made to believe it weren't going to be that long, but then Grealish was out for ages with like shin splints or whatever it was. It feels like that again, because the club they've not really been transparent with the injury, and he's like a really big, important player. So that does concern me. Longley's not really good enough for Aston Villa, to be honest. Hello to everyone joining on TikTok. Just gone live over there, as well as YouTube. Hello, Mark the Warrior. He says, hello, AJ. And Jamza says, yo, bro. How you doing, guys? Guys, in both chats, give me your score predictions today. It's not easy for Villa. We're going away from home. I know Everton, I mean, technically they're 17th, but, I mean, they should be a lot higher than that because of their point deduction. Going to Goodison, it's not super easy. I know they did lose to Luton Town at home. They've lost some games. I think they have 10 points in 10 games at home. But, historically, it's not a place Villa do very well at. I know we beat them last year at their ground, but I remember for a very long time we'd always struggle at their ground. 2-0 Everton, says Jams. I mean, there you go. A very negative opinion, that. 3-1 Villa, says Mark. We did have an opinion earlier by Aston Villa Shorts. I did go through the lineups of both teams. How you doing, SB and Kuda's season? What's good? You ready to lose? Well, I always prepare to lose away from home. I prepare to win at home. That's how it is. Being a Villa fan this season. My prediction today. Now, my heart is telling me we're gonna win, but I don't think so. If I'm really being serious, I think it'll be a draw today. I think it'll be 1-1. Like. We don't travel that well. That's my concern. If this was at home, we beat them, what was it, 4-0 at home? Battered them. Absolutely battered them. There was no worry. I was even on holiday for that as well. And yeah. But away from home, it's different. And that's the concern for me. Calvert-Lewin and Decore, I mean, they score a lot of goals between them. It's whether Calvert-Lewin can stay fit or not. That's Everton's issue this season. But Decore has been the man for them. They got a good pivot with Onana and Garner. I know some teams want Onana apparently. He's had a decent career at Everton since he signed for them. Branthwaite, Tarkowski's 2 solid centre backs. Branthwaite, again, spoken about, his young, talented centre back that some teams have looked at. I think if we are to do any damage, maybe it'll be down Coleman's side. John McGinn could potentially cause some problems there. Maybe with the overlap of Moreno. I think Coleman could be overwhelmed potentially. I said I got 158. I look up, I see 150 people in the TikTok live. Like I said, it's not going to be super easy. Maybe I'm just pessimistic. I could say all the clickbait things. Villa gonna win 3 or 4-0. It's not going to be the case. I'm quite real on this channel. I'll just say it as it is. And yeah, I think it's not going to be super easy. It's not going to be super easy. Douglas Luiz though and Kamara back in that pivot together. Luiz, I think, really missed Kamara. I thought he struggled a little bit when Kamara was suspended. Mark says, I'm going 3-1 Villa, Watkins, Bailey and Diaby for Villa. Now I've said that, we're going to lose. Guys, on TikTok, I am live on YouTube and vice versa if you want to watch or follow me there. I've seen people watch both at the same time for 2 different camera angles. Yeah, I want to be positive, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut. But we'll see. The players are getting ready and heading onto the pitch. How old is Seamus Coleman these days? I mean, they've got a ban of saying 15 years of Seamus. Bro's approaching his 50s. Like, what's going on? Like, he was playing right back when I was like, just starting high school. Like, this is crazy. Fair play to him though. He's good. He's a good player. Seeing a nice comment of shit on the Villa. Cheers. We're not sure. But that was. I will say yes. Everton did not Aston Villa out of the League Cup. However, if you go and look at the lineup, Everton played a full strength team, and Villa had like Robin Olsen in goal. We had a very, very substandard Villa side. And look, it doesn't matter who we play. If Olsen's in goal, I'll just say this, and Everton fans should know how bad he is anyway. If Olsen is in goal, we're gonna lose. Like, I question any team we beat. If Olsen's in goal, you are shit. Like, that's how it is. He's that bad. He's the worst goalkeeper in the league. He's not reliable whatsoever. If Martinez got an injury, we're lucky we're past the 40-point mark, is all I'm gonna say. Like, Olsen is horrendously bad. So yeah, I'm not surprised that we got beat by Everton with Olsen in goal, is what I'm trying to say. Hello, you expect Miller to win? I'm not a fan of Longley, neither. I don't like Konza. I mean, there's a few things I can criticise about this. Longley, I don't think it's good enough. To be honest, maybe, look, this is the opinion people disagree with the most. I don't think Carlos is good enough, really. If we want to compete in the top 4, I don't think Carlos, I don't think he should be a first team player. I think he's a good centre back, but I think his peak's probably like a mid-table Premier League team. I don't think he's good enough for like the top end of this league. I really don't. Like, he's quite strong, and I remember him dealing well with Haaland, and like some of his defensive attributes are good, but his passing's terrible. Like, we've lost the ball so many times just by his shit lazy passes. Trying to play out from the back. You give the ball away and we concede. Now, it's happened a few times. Happened at Bournemouth. Happening at Man United. It's not really like good enough. I hope Unai spoke to him about that. It's just like really shit lazy passing. And it's just so annoying to see. Bailey has had an incredible season. I think Diaby has slipped his form recently. He could be a bit better. And Ollie Watkins, I mean, what a season he's had. I think he's like, I think De Bruyne overtook not De Bruyne. Who's got the assist record with Watkins right now? I know Watkins, he's got 8 and he's scored 9 goals. So like, he's doing very well with scoring and assists. He's had an unbelievable season. Up the Seals, Chester FC. Oh, look, here's my ball knowledge, by the way. I actually know Chester's ground is like, is it the car park is it the car park that's in Wales and the stadium's in England, or vice versa? I know it's something like that. It's one of the few stadiums that has that. Carlos has started 10 games, mate. He ain't gonna. Yeah, look, I'm just saying what I can see in my eyes. You know, like I said, I want these players to prove me wrong. If I criticize, like I criticize Olsen every single live stream I ever do. If Olsen starts playing for another team and is like the best keeper in that league, I'll hold my hand up and say, you know what, I got it wrong. Like, I want players to prove me wrong. It's just, I don't think, you know, Olsen's very good, and I think Carlos and Longley are not good enough for what we, you know, aspire to be. We have kicked off at Goodison. We even got 3 points yesterday. It was a big win for Chelsea. I mean, against I'd say a decent Fulham team. A bit. How do I describe Fulham? A little bit all over the place. A bit chaotic. I think they won like 2 games 5-0 in a row, and then they lost to Burnley. Like it's weird. They beat Arsenal, lose to Chelsea. It's just a weird season for Fulham. You don't really know what Fulham you're gonna play. Like the Fulham that will fight you tooth and nail, the Fulham that will like bend over. Like it's weird. I thought Fulham were, you know, not great against Chelsea. Missed so many chances. The free kicks were terrible. Like Willian had a great chance and he put it well over. Yeah, Jimenez trying to go for like goal from the halfway line. It's just very silly. Very silly. 2-0 Villa, says Footy fan. The score's 0-0. I don't know why people are saying 1-0 DCL. Game's just started. Unless that's a prediction, then fair enough. 3-0 Everton, I think is a bit insane personally. Yeah, like I said, Pau Torres is a big miss for Villa today. Pau Torres is easily our best defender. Free kicks for Everton. Well, Tarkowski has gone down, but the offside flag has gone up to save Villa. Well, any risk there, any threat. It was a good action. To be fair, it's a good free kick from Pickford. He put it right in a dangerous area, and I imagine Tarkowski's idea was to try and hook it back towards that 6-yard box. 2 minutes gone here. It is still... Oh, I just realised I have my overlay. I didn't change this. I do have stats on screen. If these can update, bear with. For anyone on the YouTube live stream, can this update? Okay, something's playing up apparently. What is going on? There we go. Okay, I've got it working. Well, a few minutes into this game, and it's been all Everton on the ball so far, but very early days. I'm a blue. Hopefully we can get a draw. I mean, if you've seen our away record, you should be hopeful of anything, is what I will say. And Everton do get an early corner. And good bit of play from Jack Harrison there. It got a bit fortunate to get the corner, but it's a bright start for Everton. Come on, Villa. I hope the bin dippers get relegated. Look, wouldn't you guys like feel sorry for Everton if they went down? Like a 10-point deduction. Like that's so hard to like, you know, to make sure you stay up. If you're a side that struggles every year anyway, and then you get hit with a 10-point deduction, I'd feel so bad for Everton if they got relegated on that. Because that's what it'd come down to. Like they won't be cut adrift. Like especially at this point in the in the season, you've got like Sheffield United still on like 9 points. I'd feel so bad for Everton if they went down, but I'm sure Liverpool fans won't care. You know, Liverpool going to win the league anyway. Do anyone think Villa are in a title race or have any chance of winning it? I think the City win yesterday has has everyone thinking they're going to win the league again, and they probably will, but I believe in miracles on this channel. I believe. Is long late for Aston Villa. Going long. The Villa. Hello. I'm Villa till I die from TikTok. Came in for a better angle. Cheers, man. On this, you get to see stats. You get to see my face on a different angle and all the rest. It's better viewing experience on the YouTube. The league is anyone, says Jack the Spotter. And I feel sorry for the clubs that they affected. And up the villain said, I don't think Villa will win the league, but I think a top 4 would be brilliant for Aston Villa. Remember to drop a like, everyone. I do appreciate that, Jamza. Yeah, please do hit that like button. Double tap the screen. That's what I'm supposed to say on TikTok. Chance for Danjuma. Everton, what a handball. It looked like it hit a chest, to be honest. And then a wayward strike from Mykolenko goes wide. Yeah, I think this hits the chest. I don't think it's anywhere near handball. But Everton have definitely been on top this game. Good cross into Danjuma. Yeah, it hits the chest of Carlos. Nowhere near his hand. And it's Douglas Luiz, who, I mean, his clearance isn't great because it goes straight to the foot of Mykolenko. But his shot was terrible. Well, you don't really expect your fullback to put it in the top corner. Oh, my days. Well, Emi Martinez has been absolutely crunched into by Onana. And Villa get a free kick. I am very surprised Onana's not been given a card for this. Emi Martinez has been absolutely crunched in a tackle. Villa tried to play it from the back. The ball went back to Martinez. And yeah, Onana has slid into it. Missed the ball entirely. It is a 50-50, but it's a bit reckless as well. I don't know. Villa do get that free kick there. This doesn't look like darts, aren't you funny? Villa are shit, Birmingham on top. Didn't you... Hang on. A new manager at Blues, and they still didn't win. That's all I'm going to say. A new manager at Birmingham City, and you still couldn't win. Dear, oh dear. Dear, oh dear. Their cheating kept them in the Prem over Leicester. I mean, I suppose, yeah, the money spending. But then Man City fucking spend how much money every single year? I just feel like Everton, because they didn't fight it, they've been hit with this 10-point, deduction. But like Man City will deny everything. And, they have to fight them in court. I just think it's harsh, I'd much rather see like City get absolutely destroyed by the Premier League with their clear and obvious cheating going on. Birmingham City here. Yeah, who are Birmingham? Exactly, who are they? Who are Birmingham City? Says my YouTube chat. If Villa, I've just seen some chats as well on TikTok. If Villa were to get some goals today, you'd expect it to be a lot Ollie Watkins and maybe like I'd say like Diaby, but he hasn't scored many recently, so I think the likelihood is probably a Leon Bailey goal today. I think the last time we beat Everton at Goodison, it was Emi Buendia who scored the goals with I think it was a Watkins penalty, and Buendia got a goal. I think we send Longley back and get someone for 6-month loan because after that we'll have Mings back. I don't even care where Longley goes. I don't. Surely he's not one of the best centre-back options we have. He's just awful, man. He's awful. I really don't rate Longley. I don't know how Longley has been able to play for Tottenham, Barcelona, and Aston Villa in the space of a few years. Free kick to Everton, right on the edge of the box. That is a concern. That is such a concern. What? It is. I mean, it is shirt pulling and it is a foul. It's just you don't often see them get given. Louise just doesn't let him go. Like, you can get away with shirt pulling if you don't make it obvious, but Louise made it very obvious. We've not got going. We're 9 minutes into this game and Aston Villa have just not got going at all. It is still Everton 0, Aston Villa 0. But I don't think Villa have had the ball in Everton's half. It has been very poor from Villa, to be honest. Everton have had chances. I mean, they've not had any shots on goal, but they've had a lot of possession. They've had a couple corners. And they've got a free kick now, edge of the box. I mean, this is a concern. It's going to be Ghana. It's hit the wall. I think it hits Kamara specifically. It's a really poor free kick. And Longley gets away. Now Villa could be on the counter-attack for the first time in this game. John McGinn now on the halfway line. He loses the ball. Yeah, we need to wake up. This is terrible. We finally had a chance and then McGinn loses the ball. It's not great at all. Guys, if you're on the TikTok live, please do double tap the live. And any support will be appreciated. That looked suspiciously offside on Danjuma. He gets the cross in and it's cut out by Alex Moreno. He looked offside for me though. Konza now into Bailey. It's a very high press from Everton. Konza tries to go down the line to Diaby. Villa do get a throw in halfway towards the halfway line. Oh, I could just say like 35 yards. Yeah, he's well offside. Danjuma's well offside, but the flag doesn't go up for some reason. Well cut out there by Moreno, I will say. Good defender from Aston Villa. We've not attacked very well, but we've defended okay. Mark the Warriors says we need to focus on away form. City will go on trial and get about 50 charges drop, and then possibly an international transfer ban and a fat fine. They won't punish City. And Bailey will probably score today. If we get the ball forward, maybe. Villa do get a free kick on the halfway line. First time the whole game we've had something go our way. It is a foul. It was a very obvious foul as well. Yeah, free kick to Aston Villa. 11 minutes gone here. Everton 0, Villa 0. Louise, I see that's an opportunity to get plays forward in my opinion, but we go short. We've not got the ball in their half like all game. We have an opportunity to do so, and then we don't play the pass. Long lane to Louise. 12 minutes gone. Villa still haven't really woken up. John McGinn into Kamara. That's a bit better. Kamara's pass towards Diaby is terrible. And a free kick to Everton. Well, they're going to play advantage, in fact. But this is why I wanted the ball into the box, you know, or like at least a diagonal pass towards, you know, their wing. I wanted something different. I don't want us to go short. We have a free kick on the halfway line, and we don't really use it. I just don't really understand that, especially when we've not grown into this game at all. I find that very, very confusing. Louise, proper foul merchant. I mean, he does like those dirty tackles in midfield, doesn't he? He does those very often. He gets away with a lot, I will say that. He's quite crafty in how he defends. And Nina Watkins and Konza masterclass. Well, there's more odds of it being a Watkins masterclass because Konza's not brilliant from right back. But Watkins, I don't think, has touched the ball at all. Chance Watkins here, though. He has finally got a shot on goal. Well, I need to start jinxing Villa players more. Because as soon as I say Watkins hasn't had a touch, he actually gets a shot on goal. And it's a good save from Pickford. It's kind of a comfortable one. Not in the corner, and it's saved with his legs. But the first time Villa have done anything in this game, through ball from Diaby. And yes, I mean, it's a decent attempt from Watkins. He's just never going to score from there. It's a really acute angle. And yeah, you're just not going to score. Unless you're very lucky, you're not scoring from there. Danjuma now. Villa, I mean, we did lose the ball from the throw, but yeah, Everton eventually clear their lines only to as far as Diego Carlos, but Everton get the second ball, and now it's Calvert-Lewin. Shite pass into Harrison. Villa get a throw. That's terrible from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Just needs to hold up the ball. I don't know what he's doing. It's an awful pass. Jack Harrison had no idea where he was trying to play the ball to, and the ball went out of play. Very, very bizarre decision-making from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Sorry, I'm just missing comments. I'd have rather seen Cash start with Konza, partner, and Carlos in the middle. Well, Cash, especially the fact he scored against Middlesbrough, he didn't play very well, though. I think that's the reason why he's not playing today. Despite the fact he scored, it did, you know, cover up a horrendous performance from Cash. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. He played terribly. I wanted Cash to be subbed off. He got the goal. It was an important goal, obviously. Took a deflection though on its way through, but it did like pave over like the cracks in his performance, and I think that's the reason why Konza's here instead. It must be a bit upsetting for Cash that Unai would rather pick a centre-back over you. Personally, I'd have Cash at right-back and I'd play Konza with Carlos. But maybe he likes a dynamic Longley and Carlos. I don't know. I just think we are much stronger with Konza in the middle. I just don't think Cash is good enough. I think we need to sign a right-back like yesterday. I think a right-back is so desperately needed at Villa. If we're desperate, even look into like the top end of the Championship. Like, seriously, we don't have depth there. We're playing a centre back there. Like, this is an issue. It's definitely an issue that we have. Quarter of an hour gone. Everton 0, Aston Villa 0. That's a good ball into Moreno. Chance of Villa. Moreno's cross. It's not really towards anyone. It's going to fall to McGinn. McGinn tries to feed it back to Moreno, but it's intercepted from Jack Harrison. I like the idea from Moreno, but the pass was... I mean, he had options with Diaby behind and Watkins in front, and he played the pass in between them. Frustrating. Villa definitely growing into this game, though, after a very slow start. I say that as Kamara tries to chip the ball towards Bailey, and, well, they're not on the same wavelength. Konza now cushions a header into the chest of Kamara. And, well, he thought he was fouled there, but the referee doesn't agree. Now here come Everton, and the first time pass is awful. It's Calvert-Lewin again. It's really poor. Is this a Calvert-Lewin pass that is once again wayward, or am I just criticising him for no reason? Oh, no, it isn't, to be fair. I did just criticise him for no reason there. That was a pass from Onana. That was awful. I look up once again. I saw the camera on Calvert-Lewin. I thought, oh, no way, it's him again. He's not had a great start to this game. I think Everton will be pretty pleased with how they started the game. Villa need to do a little bit more. We just seemed like very tired. I don't know what is going on. That's a better ball at Moreno, and McGinn wins a corner for Aston Villa, the first corner of the afternoon. That's a little bit better from Villa. A little bit better. Get opportunities to get players into the box. I want it. We had a free kick earlier and we decided not to put players forward. We now have that opportunity. I hope we don't go short. Although Douglas Luiz is short. Or is Luiz going to take his corner instead? Well, Luiz I thought was just dropping short for a pass, but he looks like... No, we will go short. Luiz now. Edge of the box, it's John McGinn. Back to Bailey. No offside flag, ball back to Alex Moreno! Yes! Alex Moreno! What a strike from the fullback! It's into Alex Moreno. So my microphone just cut off on the live stream. Alex Moreno with a brilliant goal for Aston Villa. Lovely corner routine. Everton want the goal check because they felt there was an offside with Bailey in the build-up. Ball back to Moreno, edge of the box, left footed, drills it into the bottom right corner, and it's Everton 0, Aston Villa 1. Now this all goes on the check for Leon Bailey. Well, and then Danjuma wanted a foul with Longley. So all these are going to be checked, but as it stands, it is 1-0 to Aston Villa. Lovely goal from Alex Moreno, though. What a strike. Now, Danjuma, he's holding on to his man more than anyone else. What a strike, though. Oh, they're going to check the goal on VAR. Yeah, Danjuma, if anything, he's also holding Longley back as well. So this goal will be checked. This will be checked. They're checking possible offside. Oh. Danjuma on the floor might have kept Bailey onside. No, I think he's off, though. He looks offside to me. Unfortunately. Well, that camera angle doesn't show anything. So it's pointless using that one. Oh, wait, no, it's from that pass. No, he's onside then, no? Well, this is bizarre. They're checking the goal. One of the angles they gave literally showed nothing. Oh, they're going to draw the lines now. Well, they're checking. It's not a foul, apparently, but they're checking if Danjuma on the floor is keeping Bailey onside. The camera angle they give is just not good enough. It needs to be... I don't like diagonal views. You can't really tell anything on a diagonal view. I don't think it's going to stand. I think they're going to chalk it off. It's such a good strike as well for Moreno. It's so unlucky. Well, they are taking such a long time with this. That we're still waiting. The crowd are booing because of how long this is taking. It's been, what, 3 minutes now? And now they're checking, did Longley intervene? Is Longley offside in the build-up? Well, surely, if it's past the point with Bailey getting the ball, they're happy with it. So now they're checking something else. What are they possibly checking now? There was only one bit of controversy there, which was Bailey onside? And now they're just showing... Oh, Longley's on anyway. I don't think Longley's offside. Yeah, they disallowed the goal. They disallowed the goal. That took so long to disallow, though. That took 4 minutes to disallow. It is no goal for Aston Villa. Alex Moreno's goal is chalked off. VAR, though, 4 minutes to disallow a goal is insane. And it is, I think, for Leon Bailey being offside. Yeah. Why, though? See, 4 minutes to make that decision is insane. 4 minutes. But whatever. Yeah, Gypsy Lance, VAR killing the game, and VAR honestly takes the piss, says Mark. Yeah, it's a joke. Like, 4 minutes for that is just ridiculous. There has to be a faster process than that, surely. Why? I don't know why it takes that long. It's really silly. It's really silly. It doesn't matter. We move on. If Moreno can do that again, that'd be fantastic. That'd be brilliant. Alex Moreno goes back towards Longley. Longley now down the channel towards Ollie Watkins. Good header away, but Villa do get it back, and an offside is given. 23 gone it. Everton 0, Villa 0. It's going to rustle some feathers, that goal. Well, the goal chalked out. Villa, we've not started this game very well, but the goal is massive. Or it would have been massive. Maybe that will still... Even though it's disallowed, it might give some more life into this team. You know, this is what we can do. We work the ball really well. We get another corner here. You should never... I was going to say this before he scored anyway, but you should never pass the ball back to the player who took the corner. Because they're so often offside. We went short, and then the ball went back to Bailey, and that's the reason why the goal was disallowed. Never pass the ball back to the man who takes the corner, unless he has very quickly shifted himself into an onside position. It's just... Oftentimes, it's not worth it. Villa once again goes short. Is McGinn. Bailey. Back to McGinn again. Looping cross is awkward. It's going to go to back post with Carlos. Watkins gets a header on there. Bicycle kick clearance away. Oh, brilliant strength from John McGinn there. Oh, that's fantastic from John McGinn. And he was fouled in the process. We honestly could have played advantage. McGinn did so well there. Used his body well. Played the pass. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from John McGinn. Shifts the ball before Decore fouls him. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. What positions do you need this window? A right back, 100%. Not even a debate, Jamza. And, I mean, Villa apparently are looking at an attacking midfielder, but I don't think we need that, personally. We don't even play... Well, we play with a shadow forward. So, I don't know. It needs to be very specific. I would look at... Personally, I'd look at another centre-back because I don't think Lenglet's good enough. But that's just me. Maybe an option up front to support Watkins because Duran is just a headless chicken. Those are the options I'd look at. I'd ask my TikTok chat, any thoughts about any signings Villa should or could make in the January transfer window? What positions would you identify as being an issue? I think, honestly, I'd get another backup goalkeeper. I think Olsen is terrible. Philip Marshall looked very nervous when he played for Villa. Maybe that's just one game. But, if Martinez... He got crunched in a tackle earlier today. If he got a big injury, I think our whole season just completely crumbles. So I'd look at options for a backup, personally. I do not trust Olsen. I don't trust Olsen to save a Word document. Villa definitely on top now. Definitely on top in this game. For the first 15 minutes, it was all Everton, to be fair, but we've definitely grown into this, and yeah. Pickford now for Everton. Bowls it out. Thoughts on Blues? If you're on about Birmingham City, I think the sacking of Rooney was, more than justified. I think he was actually in the job longer than he should have been. Tony Mowbray is good manager. I don't know what you expect him to do. Or if Blues expect to obviously recover and then go for promotion. I don't know if Mowbray can do that. But he'll definitely sort the issues out this season. I think Mowbray is a manager you have if you want sustainable championship football. I don't know if he's good enough. I know he got a team promoted from League One. Who did he get? Was it Blackburn? He got promoted from League One. And even that might have been a while ago. But he's decent manager. He's better than what he had. So I'll give you that credit. How's that offside? It did look it. It's just the angle they gave weren't great. And the fact it took 4 minutes to disallow took the piss. My first viewing of that, I thought he looks offside by quite a bit. So I don't know why they were checking other angles. They started checking for another angle with Lenglet. Did Lenglet intervene with the ball after the shot was taken from Moreno? But or surely they identified an offside before that anyway. I'm really confused with their process there. It should have been as simple as Danjuma's on the floor. He's literally behind Leon Bailey. You can tell with the lines on the pitch. It's not hard. And it's, to me, a very obvious offside. I just don't know why it took 4 minutes. If that took a minute, I wouldn't be complaining. Ball into Watkins, chance of Villa. Watkins in the box, shot! Oh, it's going to be hooked away on the line by... Well, it should have been by Seamus Coleman, but Diaby was there. Douglas Luiz finds Bailey. Oh, what a save! Pickford! Jordan Pickford saves it at his near post. Bailey went for his weaker right foot for a change, which nearly caught Pickford out. It's a really good save at the near post from Pickford. Oh, that's a great save. That is a great save from Pickford. It's not the most comfortable shot from Bailey. Like I said, it is his weaker foot. But that might, it might have caught a lot of keepers out. It didn't catch Pickford out, unfortunately. Villa goes short. John McGinn back to Bailey. Bailey's pass isn't great. And now Jack Harrison gets the ball away. Oh, they have lost it there. It's a really bad pass. McGinn now. Douglas Luiz on the byline. Gets a cross in. It's deflected and Villa get a throw in. Much better from Villa. Much better. 29 minutes gone. Still goalless, but Villa completely on top. Thoughts on Watkins so far? He's had a few involvements. He's kept very narrow today. I've not noticed him going either side of the box. He's basically just stayed around the 6-yard box the whole game. He's got a snapshot away. He's doing okay. He can only impact the game if he gets the ball. And when he's got the ball, he has impacted the game. So I'm not going to complain. I think we've been pretty good, actually, the last 15 minutes. The Everton, like I said, they started the game well. Villa have definitely grown into it. It looked like the players were asleep. And now we've woken up. Long ball into Watkins. He's got it again in the box. Ollie Watkins. I mean, Bailey's touch was terrible, and now Louise goes for goal from like 35 yards, and Everton could counter-attack Villa here, but Carlos is there. It's a really poor pass, and it's well covered, to be fair. I'd rather praise Villa than criticise Everton. I thought we defended that quite well. Diego Carlos, very good defending. Identified the situation well. Came across, helped Konsa, and Villa made light work of that counter-attack from Everton. I can't bloody believe we ended up with you in the next round of the FA Cup. I mean, Villa, look, our FA Cup record is terrible. So as a Chelsea fan, you should be fairly confident, especially away. Like I said, I've been saying all stream, Villa just not great away from home. We do have a good record at Stamford Bridge, though. I think we won 1-0 and 2-0. Yeah, they're showing the lines now. I mean, Bailey's well offside. I mean, that's so obvious to me. Why did it take that long to disallow? I don't understand that. I really don't get why it took 4 minutes to disallow a goal that I could take one look at and say it's offside. We're not good at home or away. I mean, you're picking up results. You're better now than what you were like 2 months ago. You're picking up more and more results. I got to give you like some credit. You beat like a weird Fulham side. I don't know if I don't really know whether to call Fulham a good side or a bad side. It's a weird side, Fulham, because they beat a lot of teams. I mean, they've beat teams 5-0 and then they get beat like 2-0 at home by Burnley. So I don't know. Fulham are just a bizarre outfit, and you don't really know what to expect for them. So. But still, you didn't play very well. I will say that. You did the basics right. And if you do that, then you've always got a chance to get result. I thought you played like it was like a 6 out of 10 compared to Fulham's 5. So, you know, you're bound to at least get a point from that. Good penalty from Cole Palmer as well. Although he's becoming a penalty merchant a little bit. I just seen, Watkins has been given a yellow card for climbing with a header, basically. His elbow has caught his man, and he's getting treatment on the floor, but it's an accident, and both players use their arms to jump for a header. So, like, if you're going to book him for that, you book Onana for sliding in on Martinez. I don't want either yellow card, but you can't say, Watkins going for a 50-50 with a header and him fouling his man is a yellow card. But then when Onana literally plants his studs into the chest of Martinez, like on a 50-50, and a card isn't given there, I just want, I want some consistency. That's all I want. Anyway, I'm just missing more comments. Harton Tielemans not starting. He has been injured. That's probably why. You're bad at Chelsea. They're so bad. Yeah, but Chelsea can turn up, man. Harsh yellow card. Edison last night. I mean, I couldn't believe that as well. That's another talking point for the stream today. The offside that was eventually given, but the flag took so long to come up. Edison got like injured in doing so, and like Villa had it with Tyrone Mings at Newcastle's ground at that side. In fact, pretty much the same side of the pitch as well. Mings got an ACL injury because they were scared to put the flag up, but by the time they did, Mings got into a collision with a player and tore his ACL. Like the linesmen are actually scared to do their job. VAR has actually terrified them about putting their flag up. It's mental. And in both incidences, the one yesterday and the one with Villa, very obvious offsides that should have been given. The flag should have came up, and injuries don't happen. It's that simple. The more you run that risk, players will dive in on 50-50s. They're desperate to score goals. You are going to get injuries like that. So I don't think making linesmen scared about putting a flag up is a good thing in football. I really don't. It's just a very bizarre thing right now. Linesman need to flag obvious offsides happened to Stones versus Everton. It's weird. It's just really bizarre. They've been obviously told to do that, but I don't understand how it benefits the game in any way. I really don't get it. Edison now could... I don't know how long he's injured for. I've not read anything or seen anything today. You don't know. He could be out for a few games. That's quite impactful. You know, Ortega barely made a save in that game. I think he made one with an Isaac shot. But he's nowhere near as good as Edison. They had defenders taking goal kicks, which said it all. McGinn putting Coleman under pressure. Kamara tries to intercept the ball edge of the box. Now Everton could hit Villa on the break, but Carlos is there to defend. And that's actually a good pass from Carlos, something I've criticised him heavily for. And Konza, well, he looked fouled for me, but the referee doesn't agree. Danjuma, good block from Carlos. That I will say, Carlos has been very good. I gave him a lot of criticism at the start of the game today, but he's actually been quite solid. He's made a lot of the correct decisions. Yeah, that's no foul on Konza, to be fair, as well. That's a really good block from Diego Carlos. Good defending. Do you think Moreno's goal should have stood? I mean, nah, probably not. It looked offside to me. I'm not upset an offside was given. I'm upset how long it takes. It took 4 minutes to give an obvious offside, in my opinion. Like, you look at the lines on the pitch, you can use that as a guide. And it looked like, to me, it was quite clearly offside. Like, from the very first view. That should have been it. Should have been that simple. He's offside, draw the lines, boom, done. They continued the process after that, and they were checking if Longley was in the way of Pickford in an offside position. But surely that doesn't matter because the goal should have already been ruled out anyway. So it's so weird. Like, I don't understand like some of the decision making, you know, in the Stockley part. I really don't, and they have been criticised heavily this season, and you can see why. He made a great save at 2-1, kept us in it at that point. I've seen Martinez. Villa playing out from the back, but Everton are straight at Villa's throat every time. Villa do get a throw in though. I will say, we're dealing with their press okay. Everton's press is like a bark from a chihuahua. It looks scary, but you can play through it. Right? You hear a loud bark and it's just a chihuahua, you know? Like, you can't, like, every time I think they've pressed us, I don't think they've won it once. I really don't. And that looks offside again with Bailey. Like, I'm scared of a Man City press. I'm scared of, like, a press from Liverpool. I'm not scared of an Everton press. They run at you, but they've not really won the ball very often. Like, I remember even away at Spurs when we beat them. Spurs press was terrifying. Like, we gave the ball away so many times. But yeah, this Everton press, I am unmoved. Watkins winner soon. We would love to see it. Moreno under pressure from Jack Harrison, and that is a foul. It is a free kick to Aston Villa. The Everton fans are just, yeah, they're very funny. The Everton fans are very funny. 39 minutes gone here. It's Everton 0, Aston Villa 0. We've been the better team, but we've not done like too much. We did have that goal ruled out, which I'm sure people are fighting on Twitter about. I'll look at the reaction online after maybe even at half time and see what people are saying. To me, it looked like a straightforward offside. There was no complaints from me. My complaints were it took 4 minutes to disallow the goal. Other than that, a couple snapshots. One from Watkins, save from Pickford. A better chance with Bailey. He nearly caught Pickford out at his near post. It was another good save. Other than that, not really anything. Everton have created nothing. I think there was one shot from Mikalenko that went, sailing over the bar into the is it called the Gladys Street End, whatever it's called. Other than that, it's been pretty poor for Everton. Long ball forward to Ollie Watkins now for Villa. Watkins tries to find McGinn. The pass was maybe like a yard behind him. Jack Harrison. How on earth did he dribble the ball that well there? Well, Kamara disagrees with the idea of a foul there. First, Harrison smashed the ball into Moreno's face. I think he's given the foul for like a cheeky trip from Kamara. He went down and then I think he stuck his leg out to kind of trip him a little bit. That's what it looked like to me. Moreno's still on the ground. He got hit like point blank in the face with the football. I think he's caught him right on the nose. Yeah, they're going to get... Yeah, his nose is bleeding. They're going to get medical... Oh, well, the referee called over the medical assistance and Moreno don't want it. I don't think I've ever seen that, by the way. The referee called for the medics and Moreno didn't want it. But his nose is bleeding. I've just seen it on the tissue that they used. I've never seen a player try and turn down medics before. What was our league game? SC, did you give us a pace? I can't remember. I don't know what I mean by SC. Am I dumb? Villa played Chelsea. We beat them. We beat you lot 1-0 last time with a Watkins goal. Gusto got sent off. 2-0 the time before that. And we beat you in a friendly in Dubai, I think, as well, 1-0. Not a bad record recently. Not bad record. Carlos with a header. Kamara away. A bit of pressure there from Everton, but Diaby again hacks it clear. Watkins is good enough to be up front on his own, says Gypsyland. I don't overly disagree. Riveting content. Thank you, Tom. I'd love to see what you do, my friend. I don't know what I can do when Moreno's on the deck, mate, and he's holding his nose. Do you want me to analyse his nostrils? Maybe tell you how many freckles he has? I'm sure you'll enjoy that. Watkins training in Dubai for this match. I don't know what happened to it. I've just seen, while I was arguing with whoever the hell Tom is, Onana apparently got winded, according to the referee. I don't know what happened. Konza for Villa. 42 minutes gone. Everton 0. Aston Villa 0. Still nothing of any note from Villa other than the disallowed goal and a snapshot from Leon Bailey. That's all she wrote. Everton have provided little to no content in this game other than a press and a dominant first 10 minutes. They've done nothing. I think they've only, in fact, I can look at my stats here. They haven't had a shot on target and they've had 29% of the ball. So yeah, not a great showing from Everton. Here's John McGinn for Aston Villa. Lovely turn. McGinn into Douglas Luiz. That's a better ball into Alex Moreno. Oh, tries to take on two players at once, Moreno. Now Coleman trying to clear the ball away. Does. I think Villa get a throw for that. I was going to say, Coleman's decision-making was a bit weird then. Moreno's still holding his nose. He got a ball into his face and his nose started bleeding and he just keeps touching his nose. Yeah, just great. Yeah, I mean, Chelsea are bound to beat Villa soon, right? Ollie Watkins for Aston Villa. Coleman all over Watkins then, but no foul. Moreno into Boubacar Kamara. Villa, unfortunately, are forced backwards. And we're going to get all the way back to Martinez. Score prediction. Well, before today, I said 1-1. And it's looking like that could happen again today. Well, saying that, Everton don't look like scoring. Shot from Watkins is ricocheted off Coleman. Ball into Calvert-Lewin. He's in on goal. Great save! Emi Martinez! What a save that is! Martinez with an unbelievable save for Aston Villa. Garner, another great Great save from Martinez. Wow. Well, Calvert-Lewin was in on goal against Emi Martinez, and just like he denied Kolo Muani in the World Cup final, he denies Calvert-Lewin with his leg again. Oh, it's a brilliant save. But even that, we still don't get the ball away. It goes to James Garner, and his shot arrows towards the corner, and it's an unbelievable save again from Martinez. 2 brilliant saves from Martinez in a row. What an unbelievable goalkeeper he is. You would bank on Calvert-Lewin to score that any day of the week. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, 1-on-1 in the clear. Anyone would back him to score that, surely. That's an unbelievable save for Martinez. Unbelievable save. Oh, the referee has just stopped some jostling going on here. Tarkowski's trying to cause issues with Martinez, but Carlos blocks him off. The corner's terrible. Doesn't even beat the first man, and now Diaby actually could cause a counter-attack. And a foul will be given. Good. Villa get a free kick. 8 minutes of injury time shown. Most of that was down to VAR. What a save, man. I've just seen this save again. I am a jinx because I said Everton created nothing, and then big chances for Calvert-Lewin and Garner in the space of 30 seconds, and 2 brilliant saves from the Argentine number 1. The number 1 keeper in the world, according to the Yashin award. What a goalkeeper. Douglas Luiz trying to go long towards Diaby, intercepted from Seamus Coleman. 46 minutes gone, is still goalless. Another one. just unbelievable saves from Martinez. Like, he's really showing how good he actually is. Like, he's incredible. He's absolutely incredible. Like, that save from Calvert-Lewin. Like, a lot of keepers don't use their feet in that kind of scenario. But he spread himself so well. It's a really good save with his right leg. Cross comes into the far post. And I think it's a cushion pass from Mykolenko that has gone horribly wrong. And into the hands of Emi Martinez once more. 47 minutes gone. It's still goalless. We've had 2 minutes of the injury time. And out of nowhere, Everton have come right back into this. I mean, he's actually well offside, Mykolenko. And the flag eventually comes up after the ball's in the hands of Martinez. Never heard of... The Yashin Award is given at the same time as the Ballon d'Or. The Yashin Award is for goalkeepers. It's been running since 2018. You probably won't have heard of it because you're a Chelsea fan, and your keepers will never come close to that. Alisson's won it before. I think Courtois won it when Real Madrid won the Champions League, and he had that incredible game in the final. So yeah. Some notable keepers have won it, and Martinez basically won it for his World Cup accolades, saving several penalties. That 1-on-1 save, like I said, the Kolo Muani save is one of the most famous goalkeeping saves in a World Cup final ever. Probably the most famous save in a World Cup final, because it was like seconds. It was either seconds to go or seconds over the added time. The France players were a lot on the bench, were ready to run onto the pitch to celebrate. They would have actually done like a pitch invasion for the goal. You'd imagine anyway, but it's a brilliant save from Martinez. I wonder if Kolo Muani has sleepless nights about that, because you'll never get a chance like that again to win a World Cup in the dying embers. You'll never get that again. Free kick for Villa. Luiz tries to play it towards Konza. It's half cleared. Moreno gets it back off his chest. Digs another cross out to the far post, and a foul is given. And Villa did actually put the ball in the back of the net, but the whistle gone well before that. He did the foul here. Was it? It's Diego Carlos. Yeah. It was a bit soft. I actually thought it was really soft personally, but whatever. You see, if that's a foul, you'll see a million fouls a game. Like, there's loads of players holding on to each other all the time. I don't know. I thought that was soft personally. Up the toffee, says Mike. I think Everton will be quite pleased with what they've seen. Like I said, they won't be disappointed. Well, the only disappointment from Everton is Calvert-Lewin didn't score a 1-on-1. I mean, pretty much every team in the league would back their striker to score a 1-on-1. I'd say the only time you don't is when Alisson's in goal, because he's in fact, probably the best 1-on-1 saver in the world. But you definitely back Calvert-Lewin, surely. There's a foul there. Good. Well, to be fair, it's really good from the officials to call that. The Everton fans are just moaning at everything, by the way. Every time there's like any foul given for Aston Villa, it's just always moaning. Always moaning. What score are you going for? Oh, good question. In the Spurs United game. Tough one. United are good at home. Spurs play a high line like Villa. I think because of that, I think Man United are going to win 2-1. Spurs and Villa are very similar in our setup. You know, they've got a new manager. We've had a manager for just over a year, and we both employ a very aggressive high line. I do think United suit that though. They like playing those fast balls. The through balls into Marcus Rashford and Garnacho, and I think that's where they actually get a chance to hurt them. So I do think it will be 2-1 Man United. I don't think Timo will even. Will he even start? He's just signed. I imagine he'll come off the bench or something. I don't see him actually starting for Spurs. They don't often play like new signings straight away in the 11. They'll come off the bench, like maybe even for like half an hour. But they'll give them that. It's quite extreme to throw them straight in at the deep end, especially like from the January transfer window. I don't know. Sorry, I'm a Blue Nose. Oh, you're a Blues fan. Okay. I get a lot of Blues fans on this channel. I've been sent gifts. I apologise. Actually, Halves sent a 2024 and 3 roses. Thank you. Well, 3. I don't know what they are. What is it? Just like 2024's like celebrate like confetti or whatever. Thank you for that. I do appreciate that. I apologise. I missed it entirely, and then I saw the symbol next to your name. So yeah, thanks. If you could give any footballer an uppercut square in the balls, who would it be? I love that question. An uppercut in the balls. Oh, I'll ask my chat that. I'll ask anyone that. Surely there's a player you hate. Who would you want to give that? Honestly, probably Richarlison. I just think he's just a smug arsehole. Bruno Fernandes is a fantastic shout. I am actually so annoyed I didn't think of that. I should have said... Yeah, that's a better one. I said Richarlison, but Bruno Fernandes is so much better. Oh, that's infinitely better. I'm so annoyed. I should have thought of Bruno. Is any other player I just can't stand? No, I don't care. I wouldn't punch Grealish. Hello to you, Tony Snooker fan, Norwich City fan here. How you doing, mate? Any footballer who punch in the face. Garnacho. Oh, Anthony's up there. Anthony has a very yeah, that was a great shout, right? Anthony's definitely got a punchable face, Ryan. Yeah. Oh, punchable face, balls, pick it all, mate. That's one of the best questions I've ever been asked. Maybe Ramos, just to see if he firms it. Ramos would probably, on the outside, he'll firm it, but, inwardly, he would be crying. He's that kind of player. He's that kind of player. He'll act like, it's nothing, mate. But his whole body, meanwhile, is melting away. I'd say Richarlison because he's just a smug prick. I kind of like it. I do respect it in a way. I want to see the smugness wiped off. Patrick Bamford is another great shout as well. He's a little posh boy. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Back in the day, it would have been Jens Lehmann. That's a great shout as well. I love this question. Anthony, I think my three. I am using people's answers, but Bruno Fernandes, Anthony, and Richarlison have to be the top three. They have to be the top three for this. Yeah, unbelievable. We battered them in the first start. Yeah, until the chances with Calvert-Lewin, I'd agree with that. Guys, double tap the stream. Any support would be appreciated, guys. So I'm guessing Joseph is an Everton fan because he's got the corrupt Premier League and he says lucky sides. Take away the Calvert-Lewin chance and I'll talk to any Everton fans. So there will be Everton fans in both my live streams. I'm streaming on YouTube as well as TikTok. Take away the Calvert-Lewin chance. Villa have been the better team. Like, come on. Yes, the Calvert-Lewin chance is brilliant, and yeah, he should have scored. Like, it's like Everton have actually apparently registered 0.91 expected goals, and I think most of that would have been from the Calvert-Lewin chance. Take the Calvert-Lewin chance away, we've been the better team. Obviously, the goal being disallowed is controversial. I will actually check as well what people are saying about that. To me, it looked quite an obvious offside. But Twitter does surprise me every now and then. So I will see what people are saying. It's been kind of even, to be fair. We've had like 70% of the ball. I'd say it's even in terms of chances, but we've had, I don't know. I feel like we've done everything but score. And well, we technically did score. Yeah, I'm just seeing through the comments. How long did that want to take? Let's laugh at Villa. Only took them half a century. Yeah. Do they want any more minutes to check it? Clear and obvious. 4 minutes later. Yeah. Mental. Absolutely mental. People just complain about how long. And yeah, that is a valid complaint. It shouldn't have taken that long. I'm going to look at the Villa replies for the Martinez save as well. Villa have even posted the save. I'm surprised he was on site. Yeah, that's really poor defensively from Villa. Konza pushed up along with Moreno, so Villa only had a back two. And yeah, it's Carlos. Carlos' fault. He's just too slow. Calvert-Lewin got in behind Carlos and he's just never going to catch him. It's a brilliant save. That's why he's a World Cup winner. Score is goalless at half time, guys. For anyone interested. Calvert-Lewin should have buried that. He's awful. I mean, I wouldn't say he's awful. I would rather credit the save than criticise the forward. The save is brilliant. Like, the save from Martinez is fantastic. He's pretty much covered any low shot, left or right. He covered the angle. So you'd have the only way anyone would score is if they, they try and aim towards the corners, but like the top end. But that's always a risk. I don't know. I think it's a brilliant save. I'd rather praise Martinez personally. Thoughts on Scotland winning the Euros? I actually think for the first time, I think would it be the first time in Scotland's history? I think you will actually qualify from the group. I got a weird feeling. I don't know how much further you'll get beyond that. Aston Villa are lucky, mate. I'd love you to elaborate on that. Feel free to. This has 1-0 all over it to Everton. Wouldn't you say missing a chance like that would demoralise Everton? You could say Villa having a goal chalked off would demoralise Villa, and it did a little bit. But wouldn't you say that, Calvert-Lewin, his confidence must be, on the floor right now, missing a chance like that. And then straight away, Garner as well, missing another great chance after that. I've just seen other comments about he'd love to punch Jermaine Pennant and Harry Redknapp. No way. Harry Redknapp's lovely. I wouldn't do anything like that to Redknapp. Was the offside? No, it wasn't for the goalkeeping obstruction. The offside was Leon Bailey. He received the ball after he took the corner again. He was offside. It looked to me like a very obvious offside, but it took like 4 minutes to make the decision, which was mental. Surely. Now, John Terry played for Villa, if you remember that, Jamza. John Terry when he left Chelsea, he didn't want to play against Chelsea, and he played for Villa in the Championship. And then he became like an assistant manager for Aston Villa. So he's like quite respected by the Villa supporters. Didn't do like a bad job. It wasn't amazing. Didn't do a bad job. He was the captain as well. When we lost the final to Fulham, he was the captain on the day as well. And that was his like last game, I think, of his professional career. So yeah, I think we struggled actually when John Terry left the defence. What do you think of Sam? I don't know who that is, mate. I probably should. I'll do a little Google search. Sam Proctor. I've heard the name Proctor before, but probably not him. Oh shit. To be fair, I don't know a lot of the academy. I'm gonna say, unless they break through into the first team, the majority of the player, the fan base, don't know a lot of their academy. I don't know a lot. Like Oscar Bob at Man City, I didn't know about him until he featured in their team. Obviously you've got like Timur Bunham, he's gone on loan to QPR and he's back at Aston Villa. Archer did incredibly well. Philogene Bidace. The breakthrough players you'll get to know and learn because they play for the first team. I just don't really pay attention to the academy because a lot of them don't really get to play for Villa. There used to be a point where I remember back in the day, I used to like Samir Carruthers, and I remember I actually at one point thought Russian Hepburn Murphy had a career at Aston Villa, but they don't really play. So ever since that point, I don't really pay attention to the academy. Maybe people don't agree with that, but that's just me. Villa just historically don't use it very well. You give a lot of people say, oh, but AJ, you've got Jack Grealish, but like, so that's like one of the few. Jack Grealish, Jacob Ramsey are the only two I'd say from the academy in recent years have actually turned themselves into proper first team players. Other than that, it's just players who floated around the first team. Other teams have had, you can even say Arsenal, Saka and Nketiah, two players who have been involved quite heavily in Arsenal's team. Man City are very good at it as well. Cole Palmer now is one of Chelsea's best players from their academy. Like it's mad. Same with who's that? Rico Lewis as well, another player from City's academy. Villa don't often do that. It's quite rare for an academy player for Villa. Yet Finn Azaz was Plymouth's best player when we had him. We sent him out on loan. Philogene is doing incredibly well at Hull. It's just, it's a shame. I wanted Archer to play for Villa for 2 years. I was asking for Archer to play for Villa. It is what it is. Blues 3-3. Bellingham, Raymond, Gray, Butland. I think other than Bellingham, if you take Bellingham out of that, the list doesn't look that good. I will say that. Redmond, really? Like, Butland, really? But I remember Butland went through a period of time where no one would wanted him, and he was playing awful for Crystal Palace. I think those are not great selections, to be honest. Second half, what do you reckon? I think Villa, we've been a little bit naive at times. I like the fact Watkins has been involved quite well. I like that. We're finding Watkins with the ball. He hasn't had a proper sight on goal though. That's my issue. I think we need to try and find him in that 6-yard box. We're finding him in the box, but they've put 2 men on him every time. I think in order to create chances, he's got to. He likes to feed the ball to Diaby or Bailey. I think for the second half, maybe focus on getting him inside, around the penalty box, getting him shots on goal, because he had one snapshot from a weird angle which Pickford was always going to save, and that's kind of it. I just want to see Watkins get a little bit more involved. Maybe put a few crosses in, get some headers on goal. Switch it up. Switch it up. That's what I would do. But I'm not Unai, and we'll see what happens. Aaron says up the toffees. I'd love to see what Everton fans, Villa fans, Everton fans, or if you're watching the game, love to know what you guys think about this game. No troll. Give me actual responses, and I'll reply to them. Yeah, the offside I'm not disagreeing with. It was offside. Villa should be winning this, says LS. Everton's a tough place to go, and Villa don't travel well. The important stats today: Everton have registered 0.91 xG without a goal. Villa in 0.26. Villa 70% of the ball with 6 shots to Everton 7, 2 on target to Everton's 2. To be fair, prior to the last couple minutes of the half, Everton didn't register a shot on target, and then Martinez had to make 2 brilliant saves in the space of 10 seconds. It'll come second half. Villa fans in the corner. I can just see us nicking this. I'd love that. I would absolutely love that. It's a few games in a row now where you do get a little bit concerned with the lack of chances that we've created, lack of clear cut chances that we've created. Because other than a Leon Bailey shot, which could have caught out Pickford, it was a good save. But other than that, we've not really created anything. We scored the goal, but it was ruled out. I don't know. We've not... Look, you look at the games we played recently, right? Brentford, we were poor up until the red card, and we won the game. It was a good turnaround, but up until the red card, I thought we were terrible. Well, not terrible is a harsh word, but we were very wasteful in possession, and we looked off it. The Man United game, we scored 2 goals and then went home, basically. For 60 minutes, we were awful. The Sheffield United game, I actually think we were robbed. Should have won that game. Still weren't brilliant, and we conceded a really shit goal, but yeah, we did draw that game against the worst team in the league at home. And then Burnley, quite fortunate to get a penalty that looked like a dive. So there, you can nitpick, and even Middlesbrough gave us a game and we scored and won off a deflected shot from Matty Cash. So you can poke holes in this Villa team recently. Is this a United fan channel? Every video is about United. Is it? Is it? I don't think so. Because I think I've done in the whole time I've been on TikTok, I think I've made 3 videos about Man United, maybe 4. So I mean, any video that if it's specifically about Man United, I think I've made 2. But you can include the videos where Villa have played Man United and have talked about them. So if you want to take just the couple of videos you've seen of me and then try and base my whole personality or my whole channel off that, you go do that. But that's not what this channel's about. This badge is here. All that's there. I'm a Villa fan. I just criticise Man United because you're shit. And the amount of Man United fans I had my comments gassing themselves up. And I said they'd go and lose to Forest. I actually said it. And it rattled. The amount of Man United fans it rattled was so funny. I said you'd go and lose and you did. And I said this result against Villa won't matter because you'll lose against Forest. And Eric Ten Hag out will be all in the headlines again. And you'll be back to, how it was. And United fans are really bitter with me about that. But I said it would happen, it did. United are shit. We were terrible on the day, but Man United are utterly shit. Both can be right. Both can be right. And Villa are massive club mates, of course. I mean, you're probably a Man City fan who's probably been watching football since 2017. But yeah, we do have a big fan base. You bought a 2-goal lead. United fans know we're terrible. Yeah, look, we did buy a 2-goal lead. To be fair, we scored 2 very shit goals. We don't turn up away from home. You don't turn up home and away. But when we lost, I just had lots of United fans in my comments saying things like, Man United are back, Villa are shit. And whenever I'd criticise United, people would be saying, oh, well, now we've won, we'll be back to winning games again, which is why I bit back and said, well, no, you'll lose to Forest because this is what Man United do. So it was just the really egotistical Man United twats in my comments that just annoyed me. So yeah, it happens. Barca bottle 3 goals. Exactly. All the best teams, they drop points, they lose games. Villa got a 2-goal lead and thought we'd won the game. I thought the Villa players actually undermined United because United had been so poor. I think it actually worked in their favour that game because we the players must have thought we're 2-0 up against a very shit United team. We don't even have to play that well. We can put our foot off the gas pedal and we'll be fine. You can't afford to do that against any team in the Premier League. And I genuinely think that's what happened. We didn't have any respect for Man United, and we lost the game because of that. By the time we started to gain some respect, it was kind of too late, and momentum and the crowd were on their side. And there's only going to be one winner in the end. Need Villa to win. Got a 6-leg Aken. Never put. Look, this is not just for you, but anyone here. Never put Villa in accumulator. Never do. Always take Villa out of them. We're a very weird team. Cross them again towards the far post. It's over the head of Mikalenko. Yet never back Villa to beat anyone. The main Jam just says, "Man United game. I still can't believe you lost that, bro." Yeah, it's all good, Jam. I don't care. I get trolls all the time. It's all good. I need this and he relied on Tottenham as well. Oh no, dude. Oh, you're in trouble. You are in trouble. Villa and Spurs. I'd cash out. Genuinely, if there's a way to cash out on your bet, I'd do it because I don't back it. I don't back Villa, especially don't back Spurs today. No way. I'd even as a Villa fan, I'd never have Villa in a bet. I'd never have Spurs in a bet unless I'm putting even Spurs to lose. There's certain teams that are a curse. Just don't put them in. Don't put them in, mate. How many league titles do Aston Villa? I think. Now this is a guess, but I believe we have 7. I might look this up actually. How many? It's either 7 or 9, but I think it's 7. How many first division titles did Villa have? We have 22 major trophies. I always forget how they're split up because when you've won so many, it's hard to count. Yeah, we won it 7 times. Yeah, and we've won the FA Cup 7 times. Happy days. So yeah, very historic club. Would be nice to win something these days, but yeah, a very historic club. One of 6 English teams to win a Champions League, No Mickey Mouse team wins that. Forest won it twice, Chelsea won it twice, Villa won it once, City won it once, Man United have won it 3 times, and Liverpool won it 6 times. No Arsenal, no Spurs. Yeah, the big teams have won it, It's why I always call Forest a big team. Forest were massive in the 70s and 80s. Absolutely massive. And they get so disrespected. One of the few teams in history to win back-to-back European Cups. You know how hard that is? So many teams haven't done that. Carlos Yellow. How many Premier League? I just said, well, I don't care. So I don't care what people say. Blackburn Rovers have won 1, and so have Leicester. So I don't give a toss. Like people say, Liverpool are the best and biggest club in the country, and they've won as many Premier Leagues as Blackburn Rovers. So I don't count. Premier League is history. Not Premier League history. Premier League is only like short history. Only Chelsea fans and Man City fans use that as an example, Ollie Watkins with a horrible first touch has completely killed Villa's counter-attack. Before Chelsea got their money with Abramovich, they were a nothing club. They were small. Genuinely, they were smaller than Everton before the money came in. So they used the Premier League as an argument, and City fans do because they were even smaller. The year I was born, Manchester City were in League One. Like. These are nothing clubs, man. They've got all their history from modern times, which is why they use the argument of like, oh yeah, where's the Premier League trophies and all that. Oh, 3 players have gone down in the same collision. What? Mikalenko, Tarkowski, and I can't see who the Villa player is. Because Kamara's in the way. You can't help yourself putting us down. It's just I don't mind Chelsea. It's just Chelsea fans drive me insane. Chelsea fans are so entitled. I'm like, you go back like 20 years, and like it was a completely different story. Argyle fan here. Oh yeah, sorry, I missed your comment earlier. I apologise. We had Kane, Hessler, Hayden on loan. He's been recalled. Any news? So any player we've recalled is apparently going. Like Finazaz signed for Middlesbrough, I think. We look. I don't even want these players to get. I want them. I want them to get experience in the Championship and eventually play for Aston Villa. That's the point in loans, in my opinion. But according to Villa, not the case. I wanted Finazaz to eventually play for Villa. That's not going to be the case. I want Philogene to play for Villa. It's looking like that's not going to be the case as well. Yeah. Shame. We've got a lot of talent in our academy and we never use it, which is like I said earlier. I don't get I don't get excited or I bother looking at a lot of our academy because it's just what's the point? Yeah, Kessler was brilliant for Swindon. He had a decent spell at was it Huddersfield? I don't know. He's not going to play for Villa, which is sad, but it is true, unfortunately. Thanks for the rose, Big Matt. I did actually have a rose from someone else earlier, and I do apologise. And I forgot all about it. I think Ryan Morris has sent a lot of gifts, and I appreciate you, Ryan. And Big Mac as well. I thought you never... Wait. Hi. Okay, I thought you'd... Wait, I can't even read today. I thought you had wait, no, you're just typing weird. You had never heard of Villa winning a Premier League trophy. Okay, well, if you could type, that'd be great. I didn't want Chelsea in the FA Cup. I just didn't want that at all. I wanted an easy game. Playing away against anyone is always tough when you're Aston Villa. We've got a good record at Chelsea. I'm a bit happier now that they lost to Middlesbrough, which means they're going to have to play a stronger team in the second leg, which will mean they're going to be tired for the Villa game. So it'll either they'll have a very tired first team, or they'll put a second team out against Villa. Which, that's good. I would love that. That'd be great. Alex Moreno puts the ball out of play. 53 minutes gone at Everton 0, Villa 0. The second half has not really done... No, neither team has not really done anything. Here is Onana. And he's going to go all the way back to Pickford. Long ball forward, but it's going to be very easily won back by Alex Moreno once more. You haven't got another gold nugget in your academy like a Grealish then. I mean, we do. It's just they don't play for Villa. They go out on loan. Like I said, Philogene's one of the best players in the Championship out on loan. Finazaz, Plymouth Argyle's like best player, has now gone to Middlesbrough. We've sold him for 2 million, which is pitiful. A lot of these academy players, like Archer, are fair enough, good business because it was, I think, 15 million. He's a great player though. He's going to be worth more than that in the future. He scored against us as well. Like, you couldn't write it. He's an absolutely phenomenal player. And look, he'll either leave Sheffield United, or what he could actually do is stay with them in the Championship, and he'll score an absolute hatful of goals. Yeah, there's definitely some ideas that they could have there. I think, nothing like Grealish level. In fact, all these players, this is not a dig at Chelsea again, but all the players I mentioned are all better than Chukwuemeka, and Chukwuemeka we sold for 20 million. And he actually got more, not a lot more, but he got more game time than most of the academy that we have. And I don't get it, because I've never rated Chukwuemeka. You can go back on streams that I did like 2-3 years ago. I never rated Chukwuemeka. He was awful. We played, who did we play? Norwich at home. And Chukwuemeka played the full game and was awful. Worst player on the pitch. I think he got hooked off like 20 minutes to go, and I'm like, this is what we've got in our academy. I think I made a joke like, keep the academy away. He's shit. I couldn't believe when Chelsea wanted him for 20 million. I'm like, this is robbery. This is daylight robbery. He's awful. And he wanted game time. Like, it's on the ego of Zlatan, honestly. No subs half time for either team. For anyone interested, by the way, I didn't see a comment just then. Watkins and Carlos on yellows. So, I mean, Watkins probably played most of the game, if not maybe the last 5 minutes. We bring Duran on. Carlos on a yellow is a concern. Archer's so far clear of Chukwuemeka, isn't it? So far clear. I love that comment. Archer's, I think, other than Grealish, I'd say Archer's the best product we have produced in the academy. At least in very recent times. I was so sad to see him go. He does have a buyback clause. Apparently, I don't know how true this is, but someone related to Sheffield United have said that if they get relegated, we have a mandatory buyback clause in his contract, basically. So we buy him back for, I think we sold them for 15 and we buy him back for 10 or something like that. But yeah, there is a buyback clause in his contract, but he might have two. Or that it might have the asterisk of like if they go down. Whatever. We knew there was a clause in there. We just didn't know how it worked. And look, I'm going to take what this guy says with a pinch of salt, but it'd be very interesting to see. If they do get relegated and we buy him back, then yeah, he would have been right. Luis for Villa. He's had like an alright season. He's playing for a very shit team. Like, you can take some of the best players in Europe and you chuck them in at Sheffield United, they'll look terrible. Lovely ball into Diaby. Chance of Villa. Diaby into Watkins. Shots deflected and Villa get a corner. First time in the whole second half Villa got a counter-attack that actually had some promise. And it was a lovely ball from Boubacar Kamara into the middle, into Diaby. And he just seemed to slow down. Honestly just take it on, Misa. Like, he's got the legs to do it. I'd love to see him be a bit more direct there and just take that on. There's a shame. Villa is definitely relegating. I mean, that's not English. Sure. I'm watching the game on Sky Sports, mate. Heard he might... not Smith Rowe again. Villa had like 3 bids rejected for Smith Rowe ages ago. Villa goes short. Dougie Luiz corner towards the fast stick. Good header away by Onana. Quite a tall player, actually, Onana. I never realised. Long ball through. Oh, really good recovery header from Diaby, pretty much playing like a right back there to try and help the Villa defence. Good header away to stop the Everton counter-attack. Nearly an hour gone. It is still goalless. Neither team, like I said, neither team have made any changes. I think an idea, personally, would be to make McGinn and Bailey swap sides and get some fast legs running at Seamus Coleman. That would be my idea right now. Coleman swings across in, header away. Oh, it's not a great header away. But Villa defend well with Douglas Luiz and Kamara. The initial header away there from Ezri Konsa was terrible. Kamara, that's a better ball as well into Douglas Luiz. Luiz slipped there momentarily and then he gives the ball away. And he wants a foul, not going to get given it. Jack Harrison now against Kamara. Kamara's done brilliantly to kind of lock him down there. Surely Sheffield United would want to make profit on him. Well, it's in the clause. So we'll see. We will see. You'd imagine they don't want to go down. Lovely back heel from Ollie Watkins, and Watkins goes away from a tackle. Villa on the break again. Watkins into McGinn. The referee gave Villa an advantage. It's Leon Bailey. Bailey into Diaby. Again, it's heavy from Diaby. And now Diaby's on the deck. Hurt. John McGinn now to the box. McGinn! Oh! About a foot wide of the post from John McGinn. Well, Diaby's still on the deck now. John McGinn's left-footed shot just rasped past the post. About a foot or two wide. Love to see a replay on that. It's a nasty one from Tarkowski. He's won the ball, but it's a horrible follow through. Yeah, crunched into Diaby. Nasty one. Douglas Luiz has played very well, yeah. I've just seen the shot from McGinn, left-footed. Oh, what? That is like a foot wide of the post. So unlucky for Villa. Would have been a wonderful goal from John McGinn. Ball through to Jack Harrison. Lovely control. Seamus Coleman on the overlap. He does find a pass. Bloody hell. Danjuma scoops the shot wide. Well, I don't think that was the initial target for Jack Harrison. He puts the ball into a dangerous area, which is sometimes all you need to do. Does he actually intend to find him there? Yeah, actually might. Fair enough. Maybe I've criticised him for nothing. It's actually a good pass into Danjuma. It's just a poor shot. There will be changes for Everton. It looks like Beto is coming on. Good. I gotta say, it's a decent press at Everton, but we get through it every time. Douglas Luiz now. Everton are a bit exposed. Luiz now into Leon Bailey. Diaby in the box. Watkins back post. It's Konza in the box now. Villa get a corner. Come on. Really good from Aston Villa then. I know two people who used to play for Villa's academy, and they both said Carney's the best. I mean, not what we've seen. Maybe he struggles with, confidence playing in the big stage. Whenever I've seen Carney Chukwuemeka, he's been awful. So you get those players who they're brilliant under, not under a spotlight. Matt Targett in the COVID season was brilliant, Someone who plays better without the pressure. I think Carney Chukwuemeka is maybe like that. Diaby gets a shot at the near post, but it's a simple save from Pickford. He's never going to score with that. But yeah, like I said, he was shit for Villa. He was awful for Villa. His best moment was hitting the post against Spurs. That's genuinely his best moment. I'm not even taking the piss. Miss El Ghazi. I'd love to see what El Ghazi would have been like under Unai, but I think we needed to improve really. One of the best penalty takers we've ever had. I will say that. He was absolutely fantastic with penalties. But here come the changes. Calvert-Lewin is off. I mean, I did say after his miss, he's not going to be the same. And, I mean, he's been an absolute ghost in the second half. Better one for Calvert-Lewin and Dwight McNeil on for Danjuma. What I will say, how is Dwight McNeil not starting? Because he's arguably, in my opinion, Everton's best player. Whenever I watch Everton, Dwight McNeil is an absolute baller. So that I don't understand. Leon Bailey is coming off for Villa. And John Duran is coming on, which is interesting. And Yuri Tielemans is coming on as well. So is this Diaby and Bailey off? John Duran and Yuri Tielemans are on. This is interesting. So, okay. So we're putting Tielemans one side, McGinn the other, with Duran and Watkins up front. We're going like two out and out forwards, or are we still keeping Duran as a shadow? I think we're actually going for two out and out forwards in this game, which is very bold. I think Bailey's done well today. I wouldn't have took Bailey off personally. I'd take Diaby, yeah, but I don't know. I think that's a very interesting decision to make. McGinn, that's nice. Lovely bit of dribbling there. McGinn into Alex Moreno on the left for Aston Villa. Gets the cross in first time. It's cleared by Branthwaite. And Villa get a throw in, I think, just about not a corner. If I've missed some comments, I apologise. Yeah, it's still goalless, guys. Calvert-Lewin is meant to be his next big thing. He hasn't done anything like the last 2 years. He's got injured. He's always injury prone, and that's the issue with Calvert-Lewin. How did you say Villa's best player? How would you say Villa's best player ever was, mate? Villa's best player, that's very difficult to sum up in a lot of Villa's whole history. I don't know. I think in modern history, you got to go like Dwight York from like the 90s, maybe. Or like Paul McGrath. John Duran, oh dear. Duran's tried to put a left-footed cross and he's just put it over the bar. That's terrible from Duran. He does apologise to Unai for the shit cross. And to be fair, he apologised to like 3 players then. So fair enough, Duran. He's obviously not super comfortable on his left foot. Pickford with the short goal kick. Everton playing out from the back. So weird. Well, Pep Guardiola has done all this over the years. So many teams play out from the back now because of like what he's introduced to the Premier League. It's so funny. Like how managers change games. Like how Arsene Wenger changed the Premier League when he first became the manager of Arsenal. Oh, that's a poor pass from Coleman. Tielemans gets it for Aston Villa. That's a decent idea into McGinn. Villa get... Ooh, we got a little bounce there, but Everton won the second ball, unfortunately. It's Dwight McNeil, gets across towards the far post. Moreno will leave that, and it'll be a goal kick to Villa. I need a bit of life in this game, man. Paul McGrath was a beast. Oh, he was fantastic. For Aston Villa, Man United, brilliant defender. Absolutely brilliant defender. Would have loved to have seen him live. Obviously, a little bit before my time. Do Villa like scoring? Need the Ollie Watkins FPR? Probably not. I think there's more odds of this actually staying 0-0. I think both teams have just lacked a little bit of venom in their attack. John McGinn had a shot about 5-10 minutes ago, which went like a foot wide of the post. Other than like the Calvert-Lewin chance in the first half, I think Villa, we have dominated this game. It's just the stats will say Everton have had like the more XGs because of one shot. And you should have scored that, Calvert-Lewin. I'll say that. He should have scored. But take that chance away, Villa have been the better team and had the better chances. Just one shot has completely ruins the stats. 60% possession away is saying something. I mean, we had 70% in the first half. They've come into it a little bit more in the second. We've not been brilliant in the second half. I'll say that. But yeah, I'm not going to complain. I think we've been okay. We've been okay. It does feel like one of those games where one goal wins it, and I hope it's a claret and blue goal. Oh, no, that's not great. Beto. Good tackle from Kamara. And again, that's brilliant from Kamara. That alone is what he can bring. 2 brilliant tackles and a good pass into John McGinn. Completely crumbles their attack and starts a Villa character. And we missed that for 3 games when he was suspended. And you look at those 3 results. They've been terrible. Villa have been absolutely awful without Boubacar Kamara. Yeah, Villa had 70% in the first half and now we've had 56 in the second half. A little bit like the first half, we've been a bit asleep. And then we grew into the game. And now an Everton player is down injured. And the referee has stopped play. The Villa fans are not happy. That play has been stopped with Onana on the floor. Guys, please do like the video if you're on YouTube. And double tap the screen on the TikTok if you're watching it on there as well. You can watch this on I was going to forget what the platform was. You can watch this on YouTube if you want. AJS TV. You search it. We've got quite a big following on both platforms now, which is pretty good. At least a big following for me. It seems to be like a weird argument almost in the TikTok comments right now. 20 minutes to go here. It's still goalless. Duran has come on and not really offered much, to be honest. I'm just going to say it as it is. Harrison, Coleman going long now, and Villa get a throw in. It's a really poor touch. Beto's been a weird sub as well. I think Duran and Beto are very similar in the fact they're just not offering anything. Calvert-Lewin was at least a probing threat like every 10-20 minutes. You play a ball into him and he might do something. Duran is just a mad psychopath. And like Beto as a first touch of a trampoline. So I don't see how either player benefits either team. I think Duran even scored against Everton though when we played them at Villa Park. But yeah, he's yeah, he's not really got going so far. Well, Pickford's taking this free kick on the halfway line, which is quite fascinating. Not many teams do this. It's 0-0 and a keeper's taking a free kick on the halfway line. He better sprint back after he does this. Tarkowski wins the header. Villa get it away. Well, I'd say away, but Luiz's header is really poor. Moreno, it's a good tackle from Tarkowski and it will be a goal kick to Villa. It's a very strong tackle from James Tarkowski. Yeah, little handbags here between the Villa and Everton players. Well, Everton wanted a foul, wasn't given, and then Tarkowski out of anger has just pretty much smashed into Alex Moreno with a tackle. Very interesting. Yeah, you could give Tarkowski a booking for that because he's definitely... The idea is, yes, I'm going to win the ball, but I'm going to absolutely hurt Moreno in doing so. So the intent is to hurt Moreno there, and he is calling him over right now. You could give Moreno... To be fair, I'd say give bookings to both because that's the usual, but I don't know. He's calling over Onana right now. And the Everton fans are already booing despite nothing being said. Yeah, Tarkowski's been called over as well now. Yeah, Tarkowski's giving a booking. That's good refereeing. I love that. I did say that. Tarkowski's given a yellow card. I mean, the intent was to foul Moreno. So, like that, it is a yellow card. And Tarkowski's still complaining. Like, I don't see how he can't complain. Like, he wanted a foul, he didn't get it, and then out of anger, he's like, fine, I'm going to absolutely rip into the tackle on Alex Moreno. I'm going to take it out on him. Like, it's just out of anger and petulance, he's decided to hack into Moreno. So I think it's a very valid yellow card. And the Everton fans are obviously not happy about that. Score is still goalless. We've had a bit of stoppage here because there was a bit of fighting between the players. Tarkowski wanted a foul. To be fair, it was a foul. I will say that. But you get on with it. Tarkowski's a little baby. Didn't get the free kick he wanted. So he's like, right, I'm going to absolutely rip the fuck into Alex Moreno with a tackle. And then he's surprised he got a yellow card. Like, yeah, baffling. And he's still complaining. I'm just saying, you've seen Dallo get sent off for that, for moaning at a referee after being given a yellow card. And we saw it yesterday, Rodri moaning when he got a yellow. Carlos is sub for Villa. That's interesting. I think Konza's now shifting to centre back, and Matty Cash is going right back. So again, Carlos on a yellow, getting off, that's fine. I'm happy with that. Longley was given a booking as well. In amongst all that with Tarkowski. I don't even know what Longley did wrong. I want to know what Longley did wrong. It was between Tarkowski and Alex Moreno. Oh, thing is, this gets the crowd like, you know, it gets them on their feet now, which is what I don't like about having a fight with players. Especially when it's level, you don't want to get the crowd going. And now a yellow card for Tielemans has been shown. Don't really understand that personally. Quarter of an hour to go. This game has gone haywire. Yeah, what's going on? What is going? Is this a yellow card? I need to see that. That's never a yellow card. No way. Nah, if that's a yellow, honestly, I'm genuine. I'm being serious. If that's a yellow card, you send off 3 players a game. Because like they're just constantly picking up yellows then. There's no deliberate attempt to foul the man. Free kick, and it's well caught from Martinez, to be fair. The referee's weird. The referee is very strange, is what I will say about him. Several players have bookings now. Watkins, Carlos, Longley, Tielemans, all but, and then Tarkowski for Everton. Kamara back to Martinez. It does seem a bit like the Brentford game. The commentator did mention it briefly, but it's just having fights for no reason. And I don't want it because, like, you know, we were winning that game and we got a very silly red card for no reason. And then this game, when Everton's crowd was starting to die down, we've just given them a reason to start getting behind them, basically being like a 12th man. Is Cash for Aston Villa? Cash now short into Kamara. Douglas Luiz. Konza into Luiz again, gets a 1-2. 13 minutes to go. It's still 0-0 here. Longley into Alex Moreno. There's a chance for a cross. He gets the cross in. Duran with the header. It's a scramble. Duran again, but it's another save from Pickford. It's a comfortable save, I would say, for Jordan Pickford. But John Duran with 2 bites of the apple there. And then there was an attempt to go long. That was won back by Boubacar Kamara. Very good from Aston Villa. Ibrahim, the game's okay. It's goalless. I think both teams will be looking at chances. Villa had a goal ruled out for offside in the first half. I mean, it took a long time to disallow it, and it took some of the rhythm from the game again. Calvert-Lewin had a one-on-one, a literal one-on-one with Martinez, which was saved, and then Garner saved a rebound. Villa get a free kick now. Watkins fouled. So we're playing okay. It's like a 6.5 out of 10 for Villa. Everton I'd say about the same. It's not brilliant. It's just, you know, one of those games. Both sides struggling to create opportunities. Villa taking off Diaby and Bailey was interesting. I don't think that's worked so far. Cross comes in towards Duran. Now Duran has gone down, but the referee's once again on move. We're definitely going in for more crosses now. I think that's the idea with Duran and Watkins in the box. McGinn now. Douglas Luiz takes over in the box. Scoops it out wide to Cash again. Not a great first touch. He has to recover a little bit. John McGinn now. Goes one way, then the other. Finds Cash. Villa trying to probe their way through this Everton backline. Cross from Luiz. Punched away by Pickford with a dive. Oh, very well done from Villa to keep this in possession. Scoot ball into Duran. Good strength from him on the byline. Well, Mikalenko is shoving Duran. That's a foul, though. Like, he's all over Duran. And then Mikalenko's he's like shoved his shoulder into Duran then as well. So I've missed some comments on the TikTok. I apologise. I don't know why I'm getting Aston Villa or shit. Okay, Connor. Connor with lemon in his name. Bro thinks he's a chava. Throw comes in. It's cleared away. I wonder if Connor wears Stone Islands. You gotta ask the question. I wonder. I need the mods in my chat at some point. Because I forget 14-year-olds just troll. Here's Alex Moreno for Aston Villa. Moreno into Tielemans. Awkward ball. It went towards Watkins. I mean, any touch towards goal very easily could have led to a Villa goal then. A very nice idea from Tielemans. Everton have it now with Onana. Now that's a good ball into Beto. Oh, well, actually, I thought it was Beto. It was actually Abdoulaye Doucouré, believe it or not, making that attacking run. Really good defender from Aston Villa. Again, Konza making light work of a very dangerous chance for Everton. Moreno now. Into Yuri Tielemans. Konza, 10 minutes to go. Still, it remains goalless between Everton and Aston Villa. Guys, if you're on the YouTube, please like the stream. If you're on TikTok, do double tap. That'll be fantastic. The score is still goalless for those interested. It's not been a great game. It's not, the neutral wouldn't enjoy it. I'll put it that way. It's been a good game of defenses. Both sides have defended quite well. It's hard to pick out man of the match out, to be fair. I don't even know who I'd say. I would have said Carlos, but then he's come off, so I honestly probably has to be Kamara. Kamara's defended really well for Villa. Not made any mistakes, really. He's dealt with a lot of their pressure, a lot of their presses, dealt with that brilliantly. He's defended brilliantly well. A few times today he's had to make consecutive tackles, keep the ball, and then distribute it, all in the matter of seconds. Fantastic player. We really missed him when he was suspended. I was very concerned. I was like, of all players suspended, you don't really want it to be Kamara. Yeah, Gypsy Lad. I mean, I did say my heart said a win, but my head said a draw today, and it is looking like that right now. Pick for man of the match. I mean, he's made a couple half decent saves. He's not had to make something extraordinary. I don't know. I think games like this, you got to look at the holding midfield, and you could look at Onana for Everton. You can look at Kamara for Villa, and I think Kamara. They've both done well, but Kamara has had more of an impact for Aston Villa, in my opinion. How long have I supported Villa for my entire life? My whole family are Villa fans, so I didn't really have a choice. Yeah. If I said to my dad when I was younger, I want to support Birmingham City, I don't think he'd be too pleased. Yeah, I went to my first game when I was 8, 9 years old, and I've loved it ever since. Simple as that. I can mute the account. There we go. Connor is now muted because he's a weirdo. What does he find this funny? He helps my engagement. The more he comments, the more it's promoted. So he's a little weirdo. I don't really understand. Yeah. Hello, Tyler's my mate, so he's just taking the piss. Watkins, oh dear, terrible ball into Cash. Yeah, he's not had a great second half, Watkins. Like I said, I wanted him to be more involved in the centre of the park. And, yeah, if anything, he's been involved less and less. Everton go long towards Beto. Good header away from Longley. Louise now, Cash. 7 minutes to go. It is still goalless. It was 0-0 against Middlesbrough as well, up until the 89th minute, and we got a win there, so you never know. You never know. Ball into Alex Moreno for Aston Villa. Gets a left-footed cross. It's shite. It's over the bar. It's a really poor ball from Alex Moreno. Duran is being a maniac with Mikalenko again. Duran is just a psycho. What happened here then? Oh, he just gives him a little shove. Oh, yeah. And then Branthwaite shoves over Duran. What is going on? Branthwaite into Mikalenko. Going long. Kamara, see it again. It's just really good defending from Kamara. That is the perfect example of why he's my man of the match today. Longley, that's a nice body feint. Ball into Ezri Konza. 6 minutes to go. Still remains goalless. Villa will get a last minute goal. I mean, we'll see. It's Villa on the ball right now. We've had it for a few minutes now, and we do get a throw in halfway inside their half. It is still goalless. We still have another 2 subs to make potentially. Everton have another 3 if they want to make them. I don't even know who would bring on, to be honest. To at least affect the game positively. Zaniolo. Moreno now puts a cross in. Chance! What a block! That is Mikalenko, and it's still not cleared. John McGinn! It's off the line by Coleman. Mental. Ball into Cash. What an opportunity. McGinn now. Watkins. Oh, dear. And Watkins lets the ball, bubble off his foot. What a block from Mikalenko. Well, Matty Cash had a tap in at the back post, and Mikalenko, body on the floor, made a block. And then not even getting the ball clear after that, he goes straight back to a Villa man, and it was Seamus Coleman to block the ball on the line. Fantastic defending from Everton. I don't know how we've not scored. Watching this again, lovely ball in from Alex Moreno. Oh, that block from Mikalenko is incredible. But again, McGinn had a shot. It beat Pickford, but Everton had 3 players on the goal line. Yeah, that's unbelievable for Mikalenko. That's a joke. McGinn, another good tackle. Villa are fully on top now. Tielemans. Another Villa player has gone down. John McGinn has stayed down since his tackle, and he's going to hobble back to his feet. Konza back to Martinez. That block has probably saved Everton a point in this game. It's a literal tap-in for Cash at the back post. It's fantastic defending. I mean, there's the term putting your body on the line, but he really took that literally. He threw his body on the floor into it. Martinez for Villa. Everton's press is almost non-existent now. I think they're more than happy to see this out. Is Longley. Good ball into the midfield, into Watkins. That's brilliant from Villa. What a distribution that is. Into Cash now on the right side. Cash gets a cross in. Duran! Oh! Duran stabs a shot wide. John Duran sticks a boot out, and it goes a couple feet wide of the post. What a chance for John Duran. Brilliant cross from Cash to substitute. Oh, dear. How Duran has not put that on target is beyond me. I don't know how. It's awkward because he's diving in. So nearly a Villa goal. Lovely cross from Cash again. Villa so dangerous, and that's an offside surely. But there's no flag. It's Decore. Goal. Flag up finally. Wait, what? Oh, the flag is up. Yeah, it won't be a goal. It won't be a goal. It did look offside. It did look offside. And we're going to see this. No, he's offside. No, it's a good decision. It's a good decision. He's offside. The Aston Villa high line is too much for teams. Abdoulaye Decore offside. Villa will not concede. Would have been a sucker punch for Villa. Yeah, there is Zaniolo. I did expect the substitute at some point. And John McGinn, he was feeling an injury just a few minutes ago. That was the goal. I was going to lose my shit, says Mark. Nah, he looked offside, to be fair. I wasn't really worried. Even before, as soon as I saw the pass, I'm like, he's 2-3 yards ahead of everyone else. And I know what our high line can do. So I have faith in it. Villa get a throw in here. Oh, the Everton fans are fuming. Kamara. And they get that throw in this time. Everton with 0.95 expected goals. They've not really contributed to that since... In fact, their second half is 0.04. But Villa registered 0.5 XG without a goal. Louise tries to stab it forward. Watkins was held off. Got McGinn on my mind because he's just been substituted. A minute to go, mate. Plus injury time. Still goalless. Still goalless. Offside goals are the best. It's a good strike. I'll give Decore that. I always rated Decore, but I didn't think he'd be as effective in an advanced role. But he's proving me wrong. He's always looked like to me the perfect pivot man, but he plays like almost like a 10, and he's very good. His finishing's top class. Tielemans for Villa into Longley, and Villa forced backwards the halfway line. 7 minutes added time. 7 minutes. I don't know where 7 minutes have come from, to be honest. Have there really been that many stoppages in this game? Konza into Longley. Louise back to Longley again. He's got Tielemans short. He's got Watkins there. He finds Watkins with the outside his foot. That's a nice ball from Tielemans into Watkins. Well won by Seamus Coleman. I will say, Everton have defended like their lives depend on it. Like even if Villa managed to win this game, which is looking unlikely, like the desire from the Everton defenders have been top class. Louise, that's not great from Tielemans. Oh, and then Decore pretty much nutmegs Louise, but we get it back though. So even when we make a mistake, we win it straight back again. Longley back to Martinez. 6 minutes of added time to go. It is still goalless in this game. Konza looking way more comfortable in his centre-back role than a full-back. And Villa do get a free kick as well for a foul on Konza. No, the greatest of all time player is not Christian Benteke for Villa. It's got to be someone who stayed at Villa for a while. I think Benteke only stayed at Villa for 3-4 years. Tarkowski's very good. He's just a cunt. Like, there's no like other way to put it. Fair enough. Like, I would love him if he was at Villa, but he's just a vile defender. He's just, you can tell he's played for Burnley in his career. Like, yeah, he's just a horrible twat. He's very rugged. Puts a vicious tackle in here and there. It's just someone you don't want to face as a striker. So, like, you know, Everton fans won't be upset by me calling him that, but it is what it is. Fortunac Bonlahor, he's a good Villa fan, but his opinions are weird, and he was a bit lazy in his later years as a forward. So, not great. I wouldn't call Agbonlahor a Villa legend by any means. In, like, you know, 2009, 2010, 2011, like, his peak was very good, but he didn't have a peak for very long. Watkins tries to scoop the ball towards Nicolo Zaniolo. Doesn't quite work out. McNeil now all the way back to Mikolenko. Villa do get a throw in, I think. There we do. Long throw into Kamara, headed away by Branthwaite. It'd be a good signing, by the way, Branthwaite, for like a top club. He's a good defender. He's quite young as well. Cash cross towards Tielemans, headed away by Coleman. Watkins back into Tielemans again. Tielemans into Watkins in the box, back to goal. Moreno has a chance to put a cross in. He does. Duran, header wide of the post. John Duran, he's got some shots away in this game, but nothing of any real quality. What did Duran want here? Duran weren't happy about something. Yeah, he weren't happy about the cross. He didn't want to backtrack, and yeah, he wanted it on his head. He didn't want to sprint backwards to make the header. Pickford under pressure from Watkins, goes long. It's not a great clearance actually from Jordan Pickford, a bit like the Man City game. Although Everton do get away with it now. Long ball forward into Jack Harrison. What a ball. Oh, brilliant defending, Longley. Again, someone I've given a lot of criticism for. That's fantastic defending from Clement Longley. Because that ball was curving towards Beto, I think. But that's brilliant from Longley. That's fantastic defending, that is. Honestly, if Longley doesn't make that interception, Everton score a goal. Like, it is as simple as that. That interception from Longley is so important. Well, Watkins looked to be fouled there. Duran holds the ball up. Here's Zaniolo for Aston Villa. He could switch the ball. He could go direct. Zaniolo. He's got players short. Kamara's there. Louise is there. But we will win a corner. I can't even get my words out. Sad I missed out a lot of football growing up as I wasn't really into it. I mean, better late than never, you know? Better late than never. Thoughts on John Hartson's bald head? These questions. Very shiny head, mate. Proper slapping. Corner to Aston Villa. 2 minutes to go here. Oh, no, wait, a corner wasn't given. I look away in chat. I thought a corner was given, but apparently it wasn't. I had my headset out. It looked like a... it looked like it took a deflection, apparently not. Onana for Everton. It's looking like it will be a point apiece, unless Everton can get something from this. It's Dwight McNeil. Left-footed cross is blocked from Cash. And it will be a throw into Everton. Mikalenko in the box. Onana hooks across towards Beto, but it's really good goalkeeping from Martinez once more. Messi, Ronaldo. It's got to be Messi, but I prefer the personality of Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo's more entertaining. Messi's a better footballer. That is the best and only way to describe that debate. Ronaldo's just he's a much better personality, you know. He's way more entertaining. Messi kind of does the same thing every time. Oh no. Oh, what an interception that is. Alex Moreno with one of the best blocks of his life. Kamara, that's nice from Kamara. There's a Kamara. Oh well, he doesn't think a foul's there, and Onana puts a shot over the bar. Well, that would have been interesting if a goal happened then. A foul. It looked obvious on Kamara then, but the referee just shakes his head. Yeah, that's a foul. That would have, honestly, if a goal would have happened then, that would have been heavily debated. NBA is okay. It's not my thing, but I get why people like it. And Man City fans said Villa not doing anything at the moment. I'm buzzing. Mate, Villa aren't your worry. Your worry is Liverpool, mate. They win every game. That should be your main concern. We're in the 7th minute of injury time now. We're over the time that was given to us at the start of this. The start of the 90. Well, Martinez to go long. And you imagine that would be it. I think this is going to be game over, guys. Martinez. It's game. It is goalless between Aston Villa and Everton. It's a weird one because, we had chances to win the game, but so did they. Calvert-Lewin will be ruining that miss from the first half. I think balance of play, probably a draw is fair. We never really truly got going. We had some chances with Matty Cash having a block shot, McGinn putting a shot wide of the post. We had a couple opportunities, but nothing drastically clear cut. Duran wasn't a bad sub to make for Aston Villa. He had a couple shots on goal, but again, nothing of real note. It is what it is. We move on. A point on the road's not terrible. With our away form, things could be worse. I'll take it though. It's not brilliant, but I'll take it. I thank you guys for being here. It has been a good stream. I appreciate you both on the TikTok and the YouTube. If you want to follow me, AGS TV on both. You can look up TikTok and YouTube. I will be doing a TikTok video very shortly to just summarize my thoughts there, really. But thank you guys for watching. I will be live for Aston Villa. When do we next? I can't remember who we next play. I think it's Newcastle, isn't it? We've got them on the 30th. I can't remember if we've got a game before that because January's weird now. Barely anyone plays in January because of the AFCON and the Asia Cup. So I'm just going to look at the fixtures now. Oh, we've got Chelsea in the FA Cup and then Newcastle. So I'll be live for Chelsea on the 26th. So be here on this channel, on TikTok, YouTube, all the rest. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you